Tzu Chi Australia Chapter hosts a dental clinic and teaches the participants to keep teeth healthy. Tokyo Chinese School hosts a yearly fundraisers to celebrate the Double 10th Day. Welcome to Dai Headline. I'm Maggie Tai. Tzu Chi Australia Chapter hosted a free dental clinic in a school's baseball yard and found that many people have fear of dentists. Dental assistants chatted with them to relieve their tension. They've also seized the opportunity to teach the participants the correct way to brush their teeth.
The basketball court has been converted into a temporary clinic. Taiwan Street Dental Clinic helps those who have financial difficulties.
For them, this is such a big impact on their lives because of they rarely visit the dentist, or they have like a fear of going to the dentist. They decided we're going to come out and we're going to get our dental problems treated.
Dental assistants drove for 6 hours to come to volunteer. They started to build a good relationship with Tzu Chi since the drought in New South Wales last year.
I suppose a lot of people that I found are quite nervous, obviously. You know, it's always very nerve-wracking when you're going to a dentist. And sometimes, you know, I've been talking to them about toothbrush, but then I just actually stop and actually talk to them.
I guess I've always been interested in doing some kind of volunteering or mission. Coming as a student, it's still kind of really nice to be able to see how well the whole program, I guess, that Tzu Chi's been running so far and continuing to grow.
I've been doing this for now 8 years, and then it's a teamwork. It's a group of like-minded or good hearts get together.
Volunteers believe that if one can do good deeds, then many people working together can change the world. Tima is setting up a bridge of love connecting different parts of the world.
Las Vegas in the United States is not just the entertainment capital of the world, yet there are still many homeless people there struggling to make a living. Therefore, since 2014, Tzu Chi began to host free dental clinics once every 6 months.
然之後咧，我哋繼續趕路，咁咧我哋行咗5個小時嘅路程，咁啊到達咗我哋要去嘅目的地。
Finally arriving at the Salvation Army Center in Las Vegas, Nevada from Los Angeles, California, volunteers are setting up the medical equipment for the free clinic. This is the 5th year of collaboration by Salvation Army and Tzu Chi.
Caring, compassionate, kind-hearted. You give a lot back to the community. You're always want to go out and help the community by giving back to them, offering them different resources and services that they might not get somewhere else.
In Vegas, Tzu Chi's free dental clinic has served thousands of homeless people who have no health insurance. Keith Ministon, who is homeless, works 2 jobs a day, didn't make it in time for the clinic hours. But related to Keith's hardworking ethic, the Vietnamese-American dentist Dr. Nguyen started up the equipment for the guy.
To get my teeth cleaned, I feel so much better. I got my smile back. I got my sexy back. So I really thank them. I really thank the Salvation Army. I really thank you guys for coming out to take care of the community. And we really need y'all help.
CEO of Panda Express, who runs the biggest chain store of Chinese fast food in the States, has been an active volunteer for many years. He also encouraged his employees to do the same.
Our boss, Andrew, often encourages us to contribute. Whenever we get an opportunity, we will try our best to give back to our community.
Everyone put in 100% effort. Whenever we do outreach, I feel the love and the caring that not only to the people we serve, but the things that we do, even setting it up and preparing stuff.
And not only doing the setup work, some volunteers also helped others translate Spanish. Together, volunteers tried their best to give love and care to those in need.
Ankylosing spondylitis is a form of arthritis that primarily affects the spine. The patients will feel lower back pain or stiffness when getting up in the morning. It's often mistaken for sports injuries or poor posture. The doctor reminds us that resting will only worsen the problem. Instead, one should exercise and take medications to alleviate the problem.
It was very painful that I could not get up. I could not even turn my body because it was painful all over the body. Therefore, I could only sleep lying face down.
Miss Yu could not stand or sit and she cried often. She started having symptoms of ankylosing spondylitis when she was 20 years old. And she tried osteopathic manipulation and Chinese knife massage therapy. She was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis 10 years later because this illness is often mistaken for sports injury or poor posture.
What is special about ankylosing spondylitis is that it will get worse if one rests. One will even feel more stiff and painful. One feels relief after moving about.
One can do this exercise similar to yoga and Pilates for 2 to 3 times for 15 minutes each time. In addition to taking medications, more than 80% of patients can bring their condition under control. If the patients do not move at all, he or she might develop complications.
They could develop adhesion of the spines and inflammation of the joints, especially the hip bone. The hip bone could deteriorate or become deformed. In addition, there could be an increase of cardiovascular diseases and loss of bone density.
The doctor also reminds everyone when you feel stiff after getting up or have lower back pain for 3 months, you might have ankylosing spondylitis. You should seek treatment immediately for the best results.
To celebrate the double 10th day, Tokyo Chinese School has held a charity sale bazaar to celebrate. Japan Tzu Chi volunteers participate in the charity sale every year, promoting vegetarianism and recycling. This year rained during the event, however, volunteers are still passionate to sell their products.
Tzu Chi volunteers are busily working in the kitchen, preparing for the vegetarian food sale.
It forms good affinities. It's like what the master said, be willing to do, be happy to bear.
Tokyo Chinese School is celebrating double 10th day ahead of time. The volunteers have participated in the charity sale for more than 20 years. They've always promoted recycling at the events.
The nuts are very healthy. They are very good for our health.
The volunteers showed their care by serving tea. Despite the sudden rain, the volunteers continue to solicit love. They forgot to use umbrellas as they're very dedicated to their task.
When the weather is bad, I worry that we cannot sell the products. I am also afraid that some products will get wet. Seeing they sell the products makes me feel very touched.
Everyone overcame the adverse weather and opened a second charity sale venue in the hallway, showing their determination to carry out the mission.
The Double Night Festival is rather unfamiliar to most Chinese in Malaysia, especially for the younger generations. Fortunately, there is one organization dedicated to restoring traditional morals and promoting the meaning of this ancient festival.
重阳节姓名吗？
不知道，只听过吧。
不是很清楚。
完全没有概念。
9月9啊，9月9。
重阳节9月初9噻。
登高，知道一点点，就是跟老人有互动这样啊啦。
重阳节就是9月初9，古代中国就是他们要祭祀。
The Double Night Festival is on September 9th. In ancient China, it's a time to worship the ancestors and deities. The tradition of climbing to a higher place is to avoid disasters. They also eat pastries, drink wine, and watch a chrysanthemum. Recently, in China, they made the Double Ninth Fest a day to honor seniors. Double 9 multiplied together becomes 81, which is a symbol of longevity for the elderly. In the early period, immigrants only celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival and the Lantern Festival, so there's no Double Night Festival in Malaysia.
Only a few people still carry on the spirit of this forgotten holiday in the Malaysia Chinese community. The night before the Double Night Festival, about 40 people wore traditional Chinese costumes in the park. Why are they dressing like this? That's because they are attending a gathering hosted by the Malaysia Traditional Costume Association. Other than introducing the history of the Double Night Festival, the organization also prepared many activities for participants to experience the festival.
Many people wondered why we dress up like ancient people today. It's not vintage, it's Renaissance. We are promoting traditional Chinese costumes.
We thought that the Double Night Festival is a traditional holiday in Chinese history, and we should pass down the spirit. We hosted this activity so that everyone can remember to honor seniors. We didn't host it on the exact date because we hope they can spend the festival with their family. It's a good moral which Chinese have preserved. We've prepared 4 costumes for the festival, which is to climb high and look afar, drink chrysanthemum liquor, and eat the pastry. To climb high is the most important one, others are less crucial.
Other than introducing the history of the Double Night Festival, the organization also prepared many activities for participants to experience the festival.
山很多，然后以前的屋子他们都是就在山下，那他们就庆祝的时候就登高望远，就是当做一个聚会。所以如果你中学有读过一首诗歌，王维的一首诗，他写“独在异乡为异客，每逢佳节倍思亲”，那个时候就是重阳节写的。
我的感受是蛮开心的，因为学到了蛮多的。
I feel very happy because I've learned history. Also, I've celebrated this holiday for real for the first time. I hope that my family and friends can know about this holiday and pass it down.
I feel very lucky because we didn't know much about the festival in Malaysia. After today's event, I've become more familiar with this holiday. I want to praise their efforts to promote the traditions, because many traditional cultures were forgotten by the public, and hopefully they can continue to spread the spirit.
Time has given the Double Night Festival a different meaning. However, the combination of traditional and modern celebrations have made this festival honoring the seniors more meaningful and profound. In today's modern society, where moral values are gradually undermined, Tzu Chi plays the role of promoting humanistic education. Besides cultivating kindergarten children proper humanistic culture, the volunteers also show respect and care for the elderly, setting a good example for the society to follow.
28, now in their 40s. I want their love, nothing else. Love only can make me more strong. More than money, I would like them to be able to spend time with me so that we can talk and then they can get to know me and I know them. 希望说他们快乐啦，快乐健康是最重要的。Okay.
When parents grow older, their biggest expectation is nothing more than sharing happy moments with their children. Filial piety is always one of the traditional cultures the Asian people value most, and it is also every child's life mission.
对的，就是要这样扶着他。快塞点帽，塞点帽。
To develop good moral character, one must learn from childhood. Through various curriculum design and activities, Tzu Chi kindergartens allow young students to gradually understand the true meaning of filial piety.
Learning to express gratitude to our parents and be filial to them. We should implement the humanistic education by cultivating children to have the ability of doing good deeds and practicing filial piety. This way, they will treat everyone with respect and gratitude since they are young.
In addition to being filial to parents, the society needs more people to care and accompany the seniors.
我是谁？我的哥哥是谁？好，祝娟。
Through years of visits, Tzu Chi volunteers have carried out the spirit of honoring old people as they do their own aged parents. They have also provided aid supplies and spiritual support to the seniors who have no one to rely on.
珍惜果仁。一掌一掌。
Since 2017, the Penang City volunteer and his team members started to pay regular visits to the nursing home to care for the seniors.
We have 8 care recipients living in this nursing home, so we visit them once a week. Since we have interacted with them for a long time, we have developed a good friendship. That's why we care for them and treat them like our own parents.
The family constitutes the basic units of society. As long as everyone knows how to be filial to their parents and elders, a society filled with love and harmony can be shaped.
In Guangzhou, Tzu Chi volunteers help give elderly haircuts at the local senior welfare center. Some local students also joined them, performing a variety of talents for the elderly.
Over the past 9 years in Guangzhou, Tzu Chi volunteer pay regular visit to the local senior welfare center. Local volunteer Ling Xiaoman has been an active participant for 3 years. She likes to bring happiness to the elderly.
I enjoy doing this because I can help the grandpas and grandmas. They feel happy and so do I.
A volunteer barber comes to give them haircuts after getting off work at 2 in the morning.
They may feel uncomfortable when their hair gets long. Although I do this for free, I feel satisfied.
Students of the experimental high school in Guangzhou also come to volunteer, performing a variety of talents for the elderly.
We want to show them things we like, bringing something new into their life.
The students here are about the same age as their grandchildren, so the seniors feel close and happy being with them.
The superintendent of the center feels grateful for everyone's help, and the seniors are not lonely anymore.
We always expect Tzu Chi to come visit us again because they usually bring us emotional support and comfort.
Everyone feels joyful being able to do good deeds and practice filial piety.
The fall armyworm originated in the Americas and invaded in Africa in 2016 and China in 2018. In just 3 years, it has spread across these major continents. In Kinmen, the situation is very hard to control as adult worms can fly hundreds of kilometers from China. Despite many efforts to stop them, it continues to evade authorities and has been proliferating for generations.
It hides behind the leaves and rests during the day. At night, it flies out to mate.
Adults come out at night spawning everywhere. They're not like the larvae that are parasitic on crops, so they are more easily discovered. They are the parents of the next generation as they have become the focus of prevention and control.
The smell of these pheromones will entice the larvae to come and get stuck in traps. Currently in Taiwan, we catch about 1 or 2 per trap. But in Kinmen, it can attract 30 to 40 adults.
If enough of these adults are caught, an outbreak will happen soon.
A large number of such pheromone traps were set up to monitor the number of adults in the control of Kinmen and surrounding sorghum fields, which are invaded by fall armyworm. The appearance of the moth is the final stage of the fall armyworm. When the eggs laid by the moths hatch, they begin the next generation cycle. The larvae are divided into 6 ages, one for each molting. From stage 1 to 4, it eats very little, but between 5 to 6, it consumes a lot. When it becomes an adult, it can fly up to 100 kilometers a day. And if it enters an airstream, it can travel 300 kilometers going to other countries.
South Korea, Japan, Taiwan is from China's Jiangsu and Zhejiang, along with Guangdong and Fujian, traveled along the southwest airflow. Invasion of Taiwan is probably from Fujian, as they travel with this airflow. Sometimes they find a temporary host, as eggs can be laid on goods imported, as vehicles can aid their migration.
Here is an important terminal in Jinmen for cross-strait activity with China. It is also a focus for border inspection to prevent fall armyworm from invading Taiwan via China.
On the ship, we check the ropes and cables as part of our inspection. We do this related inspection every 7 to 10 days.
Fall armyworm loves to eat corn, but after invading Jinmen, there is little of this crop as it changed to eating sorghum. Jinmen sorghum losses are heavy. Adult bugs flying from China have led to repeated epidemics. Regardless of outer islands or Taiwan, the crisis has become a long-term war of resistance.
How farmers implement integrated pest management is something we will discuss in the next stage, as we try to put forth better policies.
If it drills down from here into the heart of the corn to forage, we can monitor this in the field. In addition to cornfields, it can also harm peanut fields.
The farmland under my foot is for peanuts. Previously, it was a cornfield, which was invaded by the fall armyworm, which could continue to the next crop.
The eggs or larvae of the fall armyworm may be left in the soil. Once the germination starts, it will harm the current crop. We will recommend that the previous crop be harvested, and after doing some plowing and flooding, you can make sure that there are no such pests in the soil.
The fall armyworm doesn't just invade farmland, as it also took over Bermuda grass and other grasses. Therefore, large-scale pesticide spraying control plans are needed.
Drone does not have considerable effect in terms of saving manpower because the drone can quickly spray a large area. There are some large agricultural enterprises that help to introduce drones to disperse pesticides in neighboring fields. So our laws and research may soon make this a reality.
Regardless of whether it is in the air or on the ground, the fight to battle this insect pest will rely upon long-term strategies regarding farming management and safety of pesticides.
Pindong County hosted an award ceremony for the long-term care staff, and 2 workers at the Tzu Chi LTC Center were awarded. Take a look and wish you a happy double 10th vacation.